What happens when you try to speak English?
When I try to speak, I forget the right words and get stuck in the middle.
Why do you think you forget words while speaking?
I forget words because I don't practice speaking regularly.
How do you feel when you can't remember a word?
I feel nervous and lose confidence when I can't recall the right word.
What do you do when you forget a word while talking?
I stop for a moment, think, and try to replace it with a simple word.
What helps you remember English words easily?
Using words in sentences daily helps me remember them easily.
How often do you learn new English words?
I try to learn a few new words every day and use them in conversation.
What's your biggest problem in speaking English fluently?
My biggest problem is forgetting words during conversation.
How can speaking practice help you remember words?
Speaking practice strengthens my memory and builds confidence.
What makes English words difficult to remember?
Lack of repetition and real life use makes them hard to remember.
How do you deal with hesitation while speaking?
I keep speaking even if I make mistakes to build fluency.
How do you improve your word memory?
I read stories, repeat sentences, and review vocabulary daily.
Why is it important to use new words in sentences?
It helps the brain connect meaning with real situations.
What kind of practice improves word recall?
Daily speaking and listening practice improve word recall.
How can reading help you remember words?
Reading gives context that helps me understand and remember words better.
What happens when you stop practicing English?
When I stop practicing, I start forgetting words quickly.
How do you handle pauses in your speech?
I take a small pause and think calmly before continuing.
How can writing help improve word memory?
Writing helps me recall and reinforce new vocabulary.
What role does confidence play in speaking English?
Confidence helps me speak without overthinking about mistakes.
How do you avoid forgetting common words?
I use them often in daily talks to keep them fresh in memory.
What is your favorite way to remember vocabulary?
I connect words with pictures, emotions, or daily actions.
How does listening to English help you?
Listening helps me remember pronunciation and natural word usage.
Why do you think repetition is important?
Repetition makes words stay longer in memory.
What happens when you memorize without using words?
I forget them easily because they don't connect with real life.
How do you stay calm when you forget words?
I smile, relax, and continue speaking with simple language.
How can talking to friends in English help?
It gives real practice and helps me remember words naturally.
What makes speaking English easier?
Speaking daily and using simple words make it easier.
How do you deal with fear of forgetting words?
I remind myself that forgetting is part of learning.
How do you revise vocabulary?
I review old words and use them in short sentences.
What happens if you don't use new words?
They disappear from memory after a few days.
How can English movies help in remembering words?
Movies teach real expressions and help me hear words in context.
How do you improve your word recall speed?
By practicing speaking fast and using words repeatedly.
What helps you build a strong vocabulary?
Reading, listening, and practicing speaking daily build vocabulary.
How can you remember difficult words?
I break them into smaller parts and repeat them aloud.
Why do you think practice is better than memorization?
Practice helps me use words naturally instead of just remembering them.
How do you learn new words effectively?
I note them down, understand their meaning, and use them daily.
What happens when you translate from your language?
I get confused and forget English words easily.
How can you stop thinking in your native language?
By listening and speaking English directly without translation.
How do flashcards help in remembering words?
They remind me quickly and make learning fun.
How can you improve your vocabulary naturally?
By reading and speaking English in daily life,
How does environment affect word learning?
an English speaking environment helps me remember words faster.
How can music help you remember English words?
Songs repeat phrases that stay in my mind easily.
What's the best time to practice vocabulary?
Morning and before sleeping are the best times to practice.
How do you connect new words with old ones?
I relate them to similar meanings or situations.
What kind of words are easiest to remember?
Words related to my daily life are easiest to remember.
How can you make learning words more fun?
I turned it into games, challenges, or storytelling.
What do you do after learning new words?
I use them in conversation to remember them longer.
How can you handle nervousness while speaking?
I breathe deeply and focus on the message, not mistakes.
What is your goal in learning English words?
My goal is to speak fluently without stopping.
How can practicing alone help you?
It helps me think freely and build confidence.
How can you make your brain remember words longer?
By using spaced repetition in daily usage,
What do you do when you can't recall a word?
I describe it in another way using simple English.
How can journaling help in remembering vocabulary?
Writing my thoughts in English strengthens memory.
What helps you stay motivated to practice?
Seeing small improvements keeps me motivated.
How can you test your vocabulary memory?
I quiz myself and try to use new words in sentences.
What happens when you avoid speaking practice?
My confidence drops and words fade from memory.
How can you use social media to remember words?
I follow English pages and comment using new words.
What helps you stay consistent in learning words?
A fixed daily routine keeps me consistent.
How can group discussions help your memory?
They force me to recall and use words quickly.
How does reading aloud help you?
It connects pronunciation with memory.
What makes speaking English smoother?
Regular practice and using known words make it smoother.
How can thinking in English improve memory?
It trains my mind to recall words automatically.
How can games help in learning vocabulary?
They make learning interactive and easy to remember.
How can you organize your vocabulary notebook?
I group words by topic or situation for easy recall.
How can using synonyms help you?
It expands my vocabulary and avoids repetition.
What should you do when you forget a word during conversation?
I keep talking and replace it with a simple word.
How can daily habits improve English memory?
Reading, listening, and speaking daily strengthen recall.
How can storytelling help in remembering words?
Stories create images that make words memorable.